because we've got Mark Goldbridge from United Stand on the Skype. Mark, are you there, baby?
Yeah, evening, Justin. How are you?
I'm all the better for speaking to you, you lovely man. The floor is once again yours to talk all things Man United.
Okay, thank you very much. Frustrated, angry, and if you're not a United fan, I'm going for a little bit of a universal theme tonight. I am frustrated, I'm angry, I'm feeling angrier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking competition because Jose Mourinho has been charged by the FA again. Now that may be funny to some people who don't support Manchester United, but for me, and I think for United fans as well, it's highly frustrating, it's bully boy tactics, and where is football going? Where is football going? Let's look at the first charge. He was charged because in the Liverpool-Manchester United game, the FA, Premier League, whoever, the same thing, they decided to allocate a Manchester-born referee. Doesn't support Manchester United, but Liverpool Scousers for a whole week made a big deal about it. And then the day before, Jose Mourinho said, the referee is under some undue pressure because of what's been said. He gets charged for stating the obvious. And let me just add, in the next game, in the next day in the game, the Manchester referee booked 5 Manchester United players, no Liverpool players, and I don't care what anybody said, it was an even game with the even sort of tackles. So he was actually right. So he got charged for that, for saying it how it is. And then he's been charged again today because at the weekend, just before half-time, Mark Clattenburg, who I don't care what anybody says, every club in the Premier League will have had some bad experience with him. Some people, no, I'm not going to say what I call him, but he didn't give what, maybe not a blatant penalty, but there was contact, it's a penalty. He didn't give the penalty. Jose Mourinho in the tunnel has apparently been a bit abusive, and good old Mark Clattenburg's gone and told the teacher, and lo and behold, Jose's been charged today. Now, I know what some fans will be saying. They'll be laughing, Manchester United, whatever. But the FA, they'll be saying respect. Well, I tell you what, in my job, if I go into my job tomorrow and lose my boss £5 million and he comes in and has a go at me for my incompetence and I go, respect, I tell you what, it'll be redundancy because that incompetence should not be rewarded. I think what needs to happen and what is happening is very different to what is happening. But I think it's long overdue now that referees, and especially people like Clattenburg, who has tattoos on his arms of all the cup finals he's done, so he's obviously a celebrity whore, he needs to come, he and everybody else, referees need to be able to come out after games and explain what they've done. It's a fans' game, and I think this is where FA Premier League are going really wrong here. They're going dictatorship. They're like, you know, we don't want personalities on the touchline. We don't want you know, managers questioning referees. This is what we want it to be run our way. Well, I don't care whether you support United, Liverpool, or any other club. I want to see a manager passionate, and I want to see if a referee gets it wrong. It's not just Jose Mourinho who was frustrated. It was 70-odd thousand Manchester United fans who were frustrated and would have said exactly the same thing to Clattenburg. And I think it's wrong. It's very wrong the way the FA are dealing with it. It's bully boy tactics, and it's coming to a club near you very soon because this is the way they want to go. And also, I think, well, I'm not going to go down what I think is victimisation of Manchester United and Mourinho, but I think the way football is going and the way the authorities are just basically allowing referees to get away with total and utter incompetence. In fact, at the weekend, last weekend, there was at least 3 or 4 bad decisions across numerous games. Mike Dean a couple of weeks ago, and then you get retired referee Graham Poll saying that Clattenburg actually has openly admitted that if the crowd turn against him, he'll turn against them and won't give him any decisions. I mean, this is one of our top referees, apparently. So very frustrated this week, and more from a fan point of view. I mean, I don't agree with Mourinho being charged, but I did watch that game at the weekend, and I found the refereeing particularly bad. And I think it's unacceptable that these people aren't accountable and can just go around doing what they want, causing mayhem. There's a lot of money that fans put into football, and I think it's about time we started getting a proper service from the man in the middle. Very quickly, just before I go back to Justin, Bastian Schweinsteiger back in training for Manchester United. Big news. If you listen to some of the press, apparently he's been back training for a week. Luke Shaw killed that off yesterday and said, welcome back, Bastian. He went back yesterday. Will Jose use him? I hope so. I mean, we're playing Fellaini, so it can't get much worse. But I think Schweinsteiger, World Cup winner, leader, experience, is exactly what Manchester United fans have wanted and could not understand what was going there. You know, Jose's not above criticism. We all back him, hashtag back Jose, but I remember Sir Alex Ferguson, and he used to make silly decisions as well. Doesn't mean he's not great, but Schweinsteiger back is a good step, and it sort of made us feel a little bit better after that bad result at the weekend where we couldn't hit an ocean from a boat, but for the second home game running, same against Stoke. So it's not a great time for United at the moment. I think we've just got to get our heads down and see where we are at Christmas. But Schweinsteiger back, Fenerbahce on Thursday night, and then a must-win game against Swansea on Sunday. But that's me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll fly back to Justin in the studio.
Thank you so much, Mark. Before you go, I think we've had another goal. Who scored? Who's Jakar? Jakar for Arsenal. It's now 2-1 for Arsenal against Ludogorets. Mark, before you go, strong words from you tonight. You're clearly upset about the treatment of Mourinho by Mark Clattenburg. You said Mark Clattenburg is a celebrity whore. Is there a suggestion or a feeling from you that Clattenburg has some kind of personal vendetta against either United or Mourinho?
I think Clattenburg did it to United 2, maybe 3 years ago at Leicester. We were 3-1 up. He gave a dodgy penalty and he cost us the points then. But I notice his name coming up a lot. It's not just United fans. I think any fan in the Premier League will have had an experience of him. He runs round with his silly duck arse haircut, and he's a celebrity referee. He loves the attention. He's got total backing from his employers, which is great if you're actually competent. I don't like him as a referee. I really don't like what I've seen of him as a person, and I just think it frustrates me and a lot of fans that these people, they're making decisions that are affecting millions of people, ruining their weekend, and there's no accountability. So strong words, but I mean them.
Okay, Mark, I'm just hearing that I just need to apologise for the use of the term duck bleep, which was, of course, a hairstyle back in the days of my parents. But my dad still wears one. Mark, and also a fascinating statement. If you will allow me to ask you, is it true that Clattenburg has said that if the fans of a team turn on him, he will then in turn turn on that team?
This is from a third party. Well, not a third party. It's an ex-referee, Graham Poll. I think it was in numerous papers on Sunday, basically saying that Clattenburg has said to him that if the supporters turn against him, he will start turning against them in his decisions, which sounds ridiculous. And then Gary Neville replied to that on Twitter and said that Graham Poll did it as well. So this is not, this is more than one referee. And I think they are mini celebrities who there is just no accountability at all. I mean, I've actually written to the Premier League before about it to say, is there any feedback given to these referees? And basically was politely told to go forth and prosper.
Okay, Mark, fireworks from you again tonight. As always, thank you so much, sir. We'll look forward to speaking to you again next week.